my colleagues, Mr. Brooks, for his graciousness in working with me to come to an agreement on the language of this amendment and to clarify our intent. And I appreciate the Chairman and Ranking Member Johnson for your leadership and for the staff and the members for their patience as we began to work out a bipartisan agreement over this last week. I think that today's bill and the manager's amendment will help to ensure that NASA and its contractors can apply all of the funds that are designated and appropriated for the program, which the administration and the Congress have agreed are NASA's high priority projects: the International Space Station, Space Launch System, Orion, and the James Webb Space Telescope, and to do that directly to perform the meaningful work that's intended on these projects. The manager's amendment will include the James Webb Space Telescope as a covered program, since it's a NASA high priority program as well, and it makes clarifying revisions to the bill to avoid potential unintended consequences. There is nothing in the bill that really changes the circumstance for other NASA programs, and I want to make that clear. What the amendment does is it makes clear that a covered program be terminated, should a covered program be terminated for the convenience of the Federal Government, then the Federal Government is responsible for payment of all allowable and reasonable negotiated termination liability costs. The taxpayers deserve our efforts, especially in an environment of constrained budgets, to find ways to facilitate agency progress on these high priority programs, and that is to apply all of the funding that we intend to these programs. At the same time, should a termination have to occur for the convenience of the government, then we're not going to rob other NASA programs, whether they're research, science, or any other NASA program, to pay for that convenience. Instead, the agency needs to come back to the Congress and have an appropriation designated to pay for those costs. That's our intent. Sometimes it's actually a good idea for us to take a little pause in our decision making to make sure that we've examined all of the angles before a final determination, and I think the manager's agreement does just that. In fact, bipartisanship, as we know, takes effort. It takes a willingness to compromise, and I'm really encouraged by the outcome of the collaborative discussions we've had over this last week between members and their staff, as well as between the majority and minority committee staff. I think this bill and the manager's amendment will aid both NASA and its partners in ensuring the maximum amount of progress in meeting the scheduled milestones of these projects and putting the money that we've designated as a Congress to getting them done. And so I want to thank the Chairman and thank Mr. Brooks, and with that I yield back.